Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another video. As you can tell, I'm doing something a little different. I like to change it up every so often with my lighting, kind of giving a better view of my area, I guess. You can kind of see my Dead City poster there in the background. Something I ordered off of eBay. I could have probably gotten something printed, but oh well. Anyways, today I want to talk about The Last of Us episode 3, breaking down the promo, talking about what we got coming for the next episode, and kind of going over the aftermath of the attack of Jackson and, of course, the death of Joel. And just talk about that a little bit and where the show is going. It's been pretty on point with the game and everything, kind of sticking close to the narrative of the game with its little changes here and there to provide still that surprise kind of factor and everything, and just take it a different way other than what people know that have played the game. But of course, this last episode was just devastating, for lack of a better word. I mean, you had people like me who have played the games. I knew it was coming even before I played those games. It was just the natural way that the story had to proceed or progress. So really, I was just thinking about the people that had never seen it before, that were not familiar with the story, and the heartbreak that they were in for because they had no idea what was coming. And I just, I sat there and I watched the episode knowing it was coming, hoping that maybe they would tweak it a little bit to maybe where they think Joel's dead, but he somehow survives, or just they change it in a way that it didn't infuriate me the way that it did with the game. But no, they stayed true to the game. They killed Joel, and we will see the repercussions of that. And so I want to go into this next episode, and there's a lot going on with this next episode. There's just so much going on between the death of Joel, the fall of Jackson, more or less. I mean, just the utter destruction that it endured and everything, and being overrun, losing probably dozens, if not hundreds, of its citizens. I'm just not sure how wide the spectrum is there as far as the amount of people that actually live there. But I wanted to jump into it, break down, frame by frame, if you will, and just go into it. This next bit, this trailer opens up. We see the aftermath, the front gates of the Jackson settlement, just littered with the corpses of the infected, and just the burnt up bodies of them, and just the burnt up parts of the fence and everything. And you still kind of see some little bit of fire there going in the background. So it was utter chaos, and it was something that was new to the series. It was not in the game, so it was definitely something to see, as that added kind of wow factor and kind of maybe a little bit of distraction from the storyline that was coming with Joel. And so I was surprised to see it, but at the same time I really enjoyed it. It was something that was planned very well as far as the residents of Jackson and the production itself. I just enjoyed it on a level I didn't think I could. I mean, it was just so cool to see the readiness that these people had, the plans that they had in place for events like this, and seeing it all unfold, and of course the devastation that followed. It was definitely very fitting for this particular show, and I really loved how they did it. And this next one, I'm not sure if this is a dream sequence or it's actually happening, because we have Ellie waking up in a hospital, and I'm sure Jackson has an infirmary staffed with people that are trained to do these kind of things. But it has her wake up, and they say it's okay, you're in a hospital. It looks like she's got like a tube in her side, maybe to relieve pressure or something. I'm not sure what's going on there, because she was kicked very hard 2 or 3 different times in the ribs and everything. So they might have punctured a lung, or they've done something that where she has to have that pressure relieved with a tube that's kind of jammed up in her lung. And she wakes up and she lets out this just bellowing scream, where I don't know if it's because of pain or if she's waking up letting out this giant outcry of devastation and just depression, or just what will you, over the fact that she realizes everything that happened with Joel actually happened, and she's just completely destroyed that he's gone, and she's letting out this just horrible scream. Then we get this next shot, and it's kind of weird. I don't. This is kind of what makes me think it's maybe a dream sequence, but it's probably not. I mean, you got someone clenching her hand, and I wonder if she wakes up and sees Joel doing that, and she has just this moment where she just lets it all out. But more than likely, she's waking up in the hospital. It's either Jesse or it's Dina holding her hand to try and comfort her the best they can. But I think that scream that she lets out is probably a combination of the physical pain and the emotional trauma that she has now experienced and everything. So this next episode should be something quite interesting too, because I pretty sure there's going to be a time jump just judging from the shots that we got. Because this is another thing where I think this is probably the months following, because we see that she's kind of back up on her feet. She's in Joel's house and she's just trying to take it all in, I guess, because I wonder if after so long that they have to possibly give up the house to let someone else live there if they continue to bring in residents. But I imagine there's a lot of vacant houses now, considering just the casualties of the attack and everything. But we have her going in Joel's house and just trying to soak in what she can of him, considering the state of their relationship when he died, and just those probably months or years that were a part of that whole, the broken trust and what have you that they experienced. Then we have her just kind of rubbing her face, taking in his scent on one of his jackets, and I know that she eventually takes one of those jackets and wears it for herself. But it's going to be another emotional episode. I imagine not quite as traumatizing as this last one. You know, I mentioned in the breakdown of the episode and everything, I knew it was coming, but it didn't make it any easier to sit there and watch it for a second time, because that just left such an impression on me that I've never played the second game, through more than once. And that's it. I could never bring myself to go back and play through it again. Maybe I'm just being weird, but it left such an impression on me that I never felt the need to go back and play it again. Then we got Ellie just here again going through Joel's stuff. We see that his watch is there, the one that he got from Sarah, and that was damaged that night that the outbreak happened, and he just never bothered to fix it. He could never bring himself to take it off. And then she lifts up to reveal one of his guns. This is a pretty notable gun from the game and everything. This is one of the guns, one of your inventory or whatever, that Joel carried around. Then we have Tommy here. This looks like it's probably the morgue setting of the hospital. More than likely, this is the body of Joel, and he's just mourning him and just probably experiencing all sorts of emotions and devastation, anger, fury, just all of it, just kind of all at once, considering what's happened and losing Joel in the process, along with so many other people from the attack on Jackson. And just another shot of that same moment where he's just probably taking it all in, trying to make sense of it all and everything. So I imagine the next episode we're going to see, considering I believe there's a time jump, that we're going to see Tommy go through all sorts of different emotions and planning and everything to find the people that did this. And then this is kind of what makes me believe we have our time jump, because it's now what looks like summertime or fall time, or early spring or what have you, where we have Ellie visiting Joel's grave. So they probably had to wait for the ground to thaw before they could even bury him. So we got this going on, and it's just going to be a lot to take in, I think, for this next episode. Then we got the reveal where we weren't sure how much Dina really kind of retained from being put down or knocked out, and it looks like she pretty much got everything that they need. She remembers the patch on the bag, she remembers Abby's name, and she actually, I think she said she remembered all their names, so she knows exactly who to go after. So this is the beginning of the revenge mission, because we got this drawing here of the WLF logo with the wolf, and it's going to be probably several months of planning, or I'm not sure. I can't remember how much time passes between Joel's death and when Ellie actually sets out on the mission, but I think it's actually that following summer. But she's out, she's doing her thing, and she's training, and we got a shot of her with Jesse here. And it's funny, we got a Matrix poster in the background, but I mean, Matrix came out in like 99, I think it was, and the outbreak happened just a handful of years later. Then we got shots of the Washington Liberation Front. We can see that they have the numbers, they have the guns, they have the vehicles. So they're a military force that is obviously pretty strong and fortified and everything. So it'll be interesting to see just the different approaches they will take with Ellie going after these people that were responsible for Joel's death, because it gets pretty gruesome there with a handful of people, along with Tommy, if they kind of follow that same path as the game, where Tommy kind of goes off on his own and random people just start dying because of his revenge mission. Then we got shots of Abby here waking up. I imagine she probably experiences a handful of bad dreams or memories from that day because, yes, she was filled with rage and everything, and going into what she did to Joel, it probably scarred her in some form or another. But because you had her people there, not 100% on board with the plan because they knew that the possibility of them getting killed was very high. So we got a lot going on with this next episode. I'm really excited to see it progress, but nonetheless, that last episode was pretty hard to sit through again and see how it played out. But I did enjoy the couple of different changes. Seeing that in the game it was Tommy and Joel out there that get picked up and everything, but this time it was Joel and Dina, and Tommy's back there defending the settlement and everything, and we got to see a whole nother side of him, which I really enjoyed. But there's your breakdown for episode 3. I don't think we have a title yet. I'm not sure, but I did enjoy this last episode, and I have enjoyed the show so far considering everything that's gone on in it. But there's your breakdown. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts and my theories. If you did, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing, come back to the channel for more videos like this, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.